Brought my ex's secret baby to meet his family, against his wishes, after he neglected to tell our child about her new sister. Me, 30F, and my ex, 30M, broke up when my now 10F child was 2. Co-parenting has mostly sucked. The less contact we have, the better. A mutual friend of his ex's, 28F, reached out randomly to say, why does your ex's ex have a baby that looks just like yours? A year prior, people we both know told me she was pregnant. I offered congrats to my ex who told me he caught her cheating. The baby wasn't his. But it seems his sperm must have been the winner? I reach out to tell him our child would be so excited to know she's a big sister. He feeds me nonsense I'd love to tell you about in the comments as not to take up my character limit. I decide if I want answers, I should just ask her. So I did. Turns out he's being a deadbeat. With our child, he has always walked in and out at his leisure, but I have great family, great support. She does not. She also has another child, same age as mine, that is autistic. The thing that sucks is that his side of the family does help. Regardless of him, so the baby is missing out on a lot. I confront him about the baby. I don't tell him I spoke to her, I just say I don't believe him because I dated him before and I know he lies. He eventually gave in and confirmed most of what she told me. He never doubted it was his child, he did 2 paternity tests, he was present during the pregnancy but has not been around much since the baby was born. He refused to sign the BC. He added on a few other things. According to him, she refuses to compromise on parenting so that he can be a father. All she wants is money. Her child's well-being means nothing to her, just a means of controlling him. Stuff he had once said about me. He told me he wanted to raise his kids separately as not to expose them to the evilness of the baby's mom. I told him that was enough, he has a week to tell our daughter or I would. He agreed, to pick her up on his day off with his son and tell them both. Well, he picked her up but did not tell her. When the timeline was up, he did not hold up his end but I held up mine. After giving him a heads up, I sat her down, we had a long conversation about everything. I set up a time with the other mom for our girls to meet. My daughter told me she would prefer me there over her father. I did not push her to meet the baby, I just felt she deserved to know. My sisters are a mix of full, half, adopted and I would have hated missing out on any of them. After he found out, he was furious. The last 6 months, co-parenting between us was the best it has ever been. Coincidentally, the baby is 6 months at this time. We ended up getting into a big fight because he felt I should have had his back and respected his wishes as a father. That it was none of my business. How could I possibly side with her over him, etc. I told him it was for our daughter, not me, him or the other mom. He said me that her and I can go raise his children together, he would stop paying for our daughter's sports, which is the only thing he does. Then blamed me for why his daughter doesn't want to see him. This isn't where I think I'm the I took it a step further and reached out to his mom and sister. I then brought the baby to Easter to meet everyone, with permission. He is furious with me, said what I did was unforgivable. That I will regret it. So, Ida for introducing the baby to his family against his wishes?